Hey everybody, how's it going? I noticed these PowerPoints are messing up. Excuse me. Welcome to groups. I know this is in person, and some of you have asked to view remotely. So, I'm starting it that way for you guys to see. And yeah, the display's doing that again. TISPLAY, because you can't see what I'm showing right now. So I just want to duplicate these and then also keep the changes. Um, that looks about right. So advanced display. But that seems to work. So if you go in under content, my main place to find the syllabus is here under syllabus. So if you take a look, I'm going to download it just because it's easier to work with. Here is groups as taught by Council on Social Work Education accreditation for the past 4 to 6 years here at Central State. That's important because we do qualify as an advanced standing program, and that qualifies you for half of graduate school to be already completed at the time you are finished. So there is the syllabus with the major assignments. So this is social work methods course to teach you how to practice. It expands on social work practice, knowledge, and skills, and applies to groups. So in practice 1, you learn how to work with individuals. In practice 2, you learn how to work with groups. So in this, you'll learn, effective communication skills, both verbal and written. So those in social work are huge because we write a lot of notes, we do assessments, we do a big write-up in what we do. And that is a large amount of what we have to do. There's also application of the scientific process, like if your group is good enough that you produce, awareness of social and cultural factors that affect learning and social working, and then competency in the field of study. So our main objectives is to begin understanding skills to learn how to work with groups, have knowledge on how to work with groups to end social problems, practice skills, awareness of group treatment techniques. So our text is still Toseland and Rivas. You guys should have access to that. Attendance, I am going to do. I know that this is in person, but because I have agreed to have a lot of you guys do this, I'm going to open up the introduction discussion so that if you introduce yourself, it's in there. And it's graded. So this is the attendance that you'll get. And let's see here. Maybe you want to make it visible to you guys. That's how you do it. Okay, so make it visible to users. That's a good way. And then edit forum and make it have grades. It actually might be not so much the forum, but the discussion of the introduce yourself as a topic. So that way it is graded. It does count. And it's similar to the other classes. So, what are your personal values about learning? How do you respond to challenges? What are your passions? Why is it important to be grateful? Um, what do you want to get out of groups also? Because that's part of it. Um, Introducing myself, I have been a social worker for 23 years. I have practiced social work in a wide range of um, practice settings. From I started in the addictions really in 98 and 99. Did social work at the University of Kentucky in 2001 and 2002. Worked then with therapeutic therapeutic child support in 2003 and 2004. Um, Kids with autism in '05 and '06, and then started in at Claremont Recovery Center from '07 until '09. I left there New Year's of 2010, and then started working at Ohio Mentor, and then Lighthouse Youth Services. So my doctorate is from the University of Cincinnati. It is in counseling. That's when I started teaching both part time in 2011 and full time in 2016. Came to Central State before the pandemic, so it was about 2019. The three major assignments. So I wanted to get you guys these. Um, there's all of our learning objectives from those assignments. And then there is observing a group first, leading a group second, and then creating and writing about that group is third. So, what that looks like, go into assignments because that's what I have most of our stuff located in. Observation of a mental health group or self care 12 step meeting. I put that up since the pandemic. Online groups have taken off. I'm not as excited for that. Actually, looks like some of you guys have done the attendance. Oh, that's right. You said yes. That's smart. So I made it a little more complicated. There is a discussion, but the um, observation of a group, it has a write up that is in the syllabus. So if you're wondering, what to do for the write up, it's in the middle of the syllabus. So, um, oh, and I put it in here for you. So, like name of the group, purpose, credentials, settings. Do you believe the setting helped it or hurt it? Composition, communication patterns, etc. So, those are some of the things in here for the first major assignment. Second major assignment is leading a group. So this is an in-person class. So yes, I would love for all of you to be in person to lead these. I realize we're not going to have that. So I can set up a separate group session for you guys. Just know when I go live with 4202, that's this class. It's groups or practice 2 or 4202. I'll try to just do the number. That way, because I have 4 classes this summer, HBSE is 3101 and 3102. Social welfare is 2200. This one is 4202. And so you're going to learn to lead a group. And before that, so by June 3rd, I want you to pick a topic. And that's from Girls Circle. So inside of the assignment or in the announcements, you can see what Girls Circle has. And I do believe it's on the front of the page. So if you go into announcements and you click on Girl Circle, it's this relationship with peers book. So if you download that and see which relationship with peers you're going to lead, what it will look like, and how it will help. The reason I like this, and obviously you can choose to lead any group you want. That is correct. Two major assignments over the main part of the semester, and then a final paper with all the discussions, of course. So this class has very similar, where you observe a group, you lead a group, and the final paper is large, because this is ideally something you'll submit to a job to create a position for you, to create a paid position. Um, and some of those discussions, since we are semi-remote. But here's what's nice about Girl Circle. So you go in, and it has from week one to the end, um, exactly what you're doing for, the 10 week group. Most groups are 10 weeks. And as you learn about them, this gives you start to finish how to lead a group. So there's labels, exploring new perspectives. There is week one is connecting with each other. Week two is labels. Week three is expressing myself. Four, and you see each one of these are 5 pages. It tells you exactly what to lead in that group that you are leading. I'm going to see if a different angle helps with this thing. Yeah, that seems to be a little better because it was having a rough time before. Okay, that's way better. I don't know why it was rough before. So week 5 is cultivating respect. Week 6 is giving voice to feelings. Week 7 is part 2 of giving voice to feelings. And then week 8 is romantic relationships. What is it worth to you? And then 9 is girl fights or girlfriends. And then week 10 is wholeness and completion. So it gives you some ideas for icebreakers. That's on page 85. Also, other resources. That's on permission forum, feedback, and what is a girl circle. So those are some of the, it gives you from start to finish what could be helpful to you. So, and here's the breakdown. Like, I love that it shows you what to do in your girl circle from start to finish. It's like a perfect um, perfect guide to this. So I also have helpful group PowerPoints from when I taught this class. And it was at the University of Cincinnati. Making sure these show up that way. Week 4 is where I'm going, as this is an accelerated class. And week 5 with storming, forming, norming, and performing. So week 5. Somehow it didn't type up as well. All right, so on week 5 with forming, I'm going to have to get into Dropbox to give it to you guys. So sometimes it becomes challenging to find. Oh, that's right. It's going to be under groups. All right, so leading the girl circle is the next big one. And um, after that, there's a few other ones that I wanted to get you guys onto. Okay, so yeah, here's the directory of meetings for your first assignment. You can observe an AA meeting and search a time that really works well for you. I do like that if you click on this, it'll have something that's right at the time that you're starting. Um, oh, that one has you phone call in. So maybe if you Skyped, the Zoom ones are easier. So if you do click on it, it will show what is needed. So observing, that's one option. If you have your own mental health group, I am perfectly fine with that. That way, we can get you into an actual mental health group. Let me see if I do week 5 here. I can email it to myself. That's the one that's still not showing up for me. Week 5. Which I do have, and just the audio. But it's forming, norming, storming, performing. And there's a good intro to this of how a group goes that uses Remember the Titans. I just want to make sure to do it in such a way it won't kick us off of well, here's forming and the Avengers. I'm going to go with this because maybe it won't have as much copyright stuff. Interesting. I will put this in for you guys onto the actual announcements because the audio is not working on the computer today. But that is it and all that we have for now. If you had any questions, I'll see you all on Thursday in person. So have a good middle of the week.